sit down. Welcome, everyone. I'm Mike Boots. I'm chair of the Integrative Biology Department. I hope you can understand me. I have a British accent. It's from Birmingham a bit. Peaky Blinders, Ozzy Osbourne, that kind of stuff. I'm very sorry if you can't, but I'll do my best. What a great evening this is. I can say this is my favorite day of the year, seeing all you guys here today. This is why we do what we do. And it's just wonderful to see this place full again, particularly after the pandemic when it was so quiet. We're here tonight to recognize the amazing students who are completing their journeys in integrative biology. This includes our graduate students. What's that over here? And of course, our undergraduates who this time are sat here and here and got so many now, we have to fill up the stage as well. It's fantastic. This is a moment of celebration to help ensure everyone here, students, families, friends, can enjoy the ceremony. We ask that you switch your cell phones to silent if you haven't already done that. And please try not to block the aisles or move towards the stage to take photos, just so everyone can enjoy this. We also want to remind everyone that campus expectations regarding time, place, and manner are in effect today. We ask everyone to respect the intent of tonight's ceremony and respect each other and our common goal of celebration. The participants today represent actually just a small slice of the broad group of people and cultures and experiences that make up integrative biology, or as we refer to it, IB. Diversity is the core of IB. We study the diversity of life, from the molecules that make up our DNA to the vast array of species that live and have lived on our planet. How is it, working from the same basic building blocks, that evolution has produced dinosaurs and DNA viruses? It may seem weird, that's what I work on, so I thought I'd throw it in there. Mosses and monkeys, viruses and vampire bats. And what does this tell us about how our bodies work and how we might fix them if they experience disease? We study diversity, we celebrate diversity. Take a moment to look around this auditorium. There are so many different stories present here tonight. For our graduating students, tonight marks the end of an important chapter in your story. Each of you arrived at Berkeley as a unique individual, with each of your stories already differentiated by geography, by family background, by professional goals, and by the many different moments that collectively have created each of you as individuals. At Berkeley, you shared many of the same experiences: dorm life, course capture, navigating a big and confusing and densely populated campus, learning to identify the gametophytic stages of plant life cycles, making new friends and exploring the Bay Area. Your stories have intersected for a while here at Berkeley. Many of these connections will continue well into the future. Others may end, at least for now, over the coming weeks as each of you wraps up your college life and moves on to the next part of your particular story. Tonight, we celebrate your achievements at Berkeley. I encourage you to take a few minutes to reflect on how each of you has been enriched by your time here, your knowledge of biological diversity, and your experience of the human diversity within our department and on this very special campus. We're all richer for the time that we've spent together over the past few years. Congratulations to you all, today's graduates, and also to the family and the friends who have supported your stories so far. Congratulations. It's now my great pleasure to introduce our commencement keynote speaker, Professor Caroline Williams. Caroline studies the physiology, ecology, and evolution of insects. Her research has focused on how a change in seasonal environments, and particular change in winters, impact insects from their genes through their physiology to their ecological interactions. That's why it's integrative biology across all those scales. She studies the evolution and physiology of insect flight, and she's worked on a diversity of insects, including butterflies, beetles, crickets, grasshoppers, flies, even snails and tardigrades, which aren't insects. Many of you know Caroline from the ecology section of Bio 1B, where she loves sharing her love for the natural world with students from across the campus. Caroline.
Thank you, Mike. Oh my goodness, you guys, you did it. You did it. Congratulations. I'm so proud of all of you here on the stage, all the families. For all our graduates, I want you to think back on the day you arrived at Berkeley. So I didn't meet all of you on that day, but I met some of you, and I know what it was like. You were kind of wide-eyed, some combination of hopeful and scared, apprehensive, and excited for the unknown adventure that lay ahead. The world was a different place then. You began your education behind Zoom screens. You arrived on campus behind masks, and close contact was something dangerous. The artificial intelligence, like large language models, were barely a part of everyday life. Many of us had never even heard of them. Today, AI shapes how we code and write and make art and think. Today, the challenge is not distance, but connection. How do we keep our humanity in a world of algorithms, polarization, instability, and rapid change? Integrative biology gives you the tools that you need to navigate this rapidly changing world. You've learned about the interconnectedness of life. So I teach the ecology section of Bio 1B. Just hands up who's taken Bio 1B here. There you are. I see you. That's my people. So if you did, you might have learned how reintroducing wolves to Yellowstone reshaped ecosystems through trophic cascades. Or, as Mike studies, how a pathogen can regulate the population dynamics of their host. Who's taken one of our field courses? Hands up. We are lucky at Berkeley to have this amazing array of natural history courses. So you have gotten to go out into California, the stunning natural ecosystems, and learn in real life about the organisms there, how they interact with each other, and how they're influenced by their environment. Hands up who's taken physiology or anatomy. Who's been taught by my esteemed colleague, George Brooks, sitting over here? So in these courses, you explored the human body as an integrated system, from molecules to cells to organs to physiology and anatomy. So those of you in our human biology track have learned how humans are an organism embedded in the wider web of life. Where we came from, how we evolved, how we interact within our body and with the ecosystems that sustain us. So hands up who's had the opportunity to conduct research. I'm looking also at my graduates over here, my PhD students over here. A lot of undergrads as well. So research in integrative biology, that teaches you the skills that you need to navigate a changing world. You've learned how to work with uncertainty, to be comfortable with complexity, to collaborate across distant differences, to dive headfirst into new fields of endeavor where you feel totally unprepared, but you do it anyway, and to critically evaluate information. So these are the skills that you need to be successful in the changing world that we find ourselves. So I know that it hasn't been an easy journey. I know that a lot of you have struggled with feeling that you're an imposter and that you don't belong here. And I know that because I have experienced that, and I feel it almost every day. It doesn't go away. But you're facing, especially when you're facing limitations, setbacks, and external constraints that you can't control. But this doesn't mean that you aren't meant to be here, or any space that you go to in these grand adventures that you're going to have after you leave. You're resilient, creative, capable, that's how you got here, and outstandingly well prepared for whatever comes next. So don't let anyone, and most especially yourself, tell you otherwise. As a professor and now a parent of a junior at Berkeley High, preparing for her own college journey, I understand more and more with every passing month what you all have gone through to get here. It's a lot. You have given so much and sacrificed so much, not only yourselves, but also your families. And your friends, right? It's a whole community effort that you can stand here today. So you should be so proud of yourself. You did it. This is the time for celebration. You, your parents, your family, your chosen family have worked so hard, and you deserve to be here feeling proud of yourselves today. So, one of my favorite books is Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower. Has anyone read that? It's wonderful. If you haven't read it, check it out. So in this book, the world becomes through continuous change. And humanity survives not by resisting the change, but by learning to understand it, adapt to it, and shape it together. So together, we must observe reality honestly, prepare for instability, and most importantly, build community. Build it wherever you go. We must actively shape what comes next. The world is emerging from our efforts, however small you might feel. So integrative biology has taught you to see the connections between molecules and ecosystems, between science and society, between individual actions and global change. More importantly, it's given you the tools to navigate an uncertain world with curiosity, evidence, resilience, and imagination. The future is not something that just happens to us. It's something we create together. So get out there, flex your intellectual muscles, build connections, and make us proud. Congratulations to the class of 2026 and their families.
Thank you very much, Professor Williams. It's now my pleasure to introduce the graduate student speaker, Lorenzo Martins. Born on a small island in the Azores, Lorenzo came to the United States at the age of 2 and is the first in his family to attend university. He earned his bachelor's degree from Bucknell University in neuroscience and has received numerous honors, including a Posse Foundation Scholarship, an ARCS Fellowship, and a Berkeley Connect Fellowship. Lorenzo is deeply committed to mentorship and building community in STEM. At UC Berkeley, he co-built the Integrative Biology Summer Undergraduate Research Experience Program, a program designed to expand access to research opportunities and break down barriers for students from historically excluded backgrounds. It brings not only scientific excellence, but also a strong dedication to creating spaces where future scientists feel they belong. Welcome, Lorenzo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and to everyone who identifies somewhere along and outside the gender spectrum. I see you, I acknowledge you, and I stand with you. And in case you haven't heard it enough, though I certainly hope you have, congratulations. You've done it. And I don't mean that in the cliche, you finished your degree kind of way, because this was never just about earning a piece of paper or adding a few letters to the end of your name. I mean that you made it through the version of this experience that no one really puts in the promo video, with its veneer of golden sunset branding, wide-angle optimism, and carefully framed shots that don't quite capture the uncut version. You made it through the 1A and 1B courses that felt like they were less about learning content and more about learning humility. You survived group projects that quietly taught you the value and the limits of communication. You powered through more than a few caffeine-fueled all-nighters. And at least once, though probably, no, definitely more, you seriously considered leaving it all behind to live on a llama farm in Colorado. But I don't say these things to make light of the hard work it took to get here. I say it because this is what it actually took. It took persistence that didn't feel heroic, growth that didn't feel linear, and effort that often didn't feel like it was working until eventually it did, at least sometimes. And even on the other side of learning, that feeling doesn't really go away. One of my most memorable teaching evaluations from an undergrad read as the following. Sometimes Lorenzo was unprepared. But honestly, aren't we all? And first of all, rude. But also, they weren't wrong, and if you're here tonight, you are forgiven. But none of us arrive as finished versions of ourselves, and maybe the point isn't to. But also, there were people who showed up for you, people who answered late-night calls, who read drafts, who reminded you of who you were when you started to forget. And for many of you, that looked like a very specific set of people. For me, that has been my parents, João and Dália Martins, my avó Margarida, and also my sister Victoria, who probably learned more about crickets than they ever expected, and more about this PhD through my stress levels than anything I could properly put into English, let alone Portuguese. My advisor, Caroline Williams, who always reminded me to find the gap in knowledge and to always think about the underlying biology of even my most chaotic data sets. My friends, who kept me afloat through late nights, tequila shots, and the moments where the only thing that made sense was laughing about it together. And of course, my cat, Biggie, who provided emotional support in the most consistent way possible by being the cutest little guy and simply existing nearby. It's not just what you did on your own, it's what was made possible for you. And there were doors that opened for you, some you knocked on, some were opened by you for someone who saw something and took a chance, and some didn't open, so you went the hell through them anyway. Take a second to actually sit with that, because none of that happens in isolation. Independence is a nice story, but it's not a true one. We get here because someone made space for us. Someone answered the email, stayed after hours, offered mentorship, patience, encouragement, and grace. Helped us believe we belonged before we fully believed it ourselves. And one day, probably sooner than you think, you're going to find yourself on the other side of the equation, not just receiving that kind of support anymore, but becoming the reason someone else can keep going. You're going to be the one opening doors, the one deciding where space is made, the one shaping who gets heard, the one who gets to advocate for someone who isn't being seen yet, and the one who reminds someone that they belong in the room too. What you achieve matters, but what you make possible for others matters so much more. The people who changed our lives were rarely the smartest people in the room. They were the people who made room in it for others. And one day, that becomes your responsibility as well. But that responsibility doesn't stop there. It also shapes how you think. The more you learn, the less certain you become about everything. And that's not a flaw, that's the whole point. You learn how to sit with uncertainty, to work within it, to understand that data is messy, assumptions matter, and answers depend on context. And in a world that constantly pressures you to have a take, to be certain, to be loud, to be right, that ability to pause and say, I don't know yet, but I'm willing to figure it out, is powerful. So, if you leave here feeling like you don't have everything figured out, good, that means your education worked. But uncertainty on its own isn't enough, because eventually you will have to decide what matters for you. Not what looks good, not what's expected, not what's easiest to explain at a dinner table, what actually matters. Your priorities, the things you will not compromise on, the moral lines you won't cross, the values that guide your decisions when the path forward is unclear. Because you can be brilliant, adaptable, and endlessly curious, but without priorities, you drift. And the world doesn't need more people drifting. It needs people who are grounded, people who know what they stand for, people who can look at a complicated, uncertain situation and still say, this isn't right, this is unjust, and something needs to change. So what are you gonna do with that? The world you're graduating into is not neutral. There are very real, ongoing injustices that affect people's rights, their safety, their ability to exist fully and freely, and will always be easier to wait. To wait until you feel ready, to wait until you feel certain, to wait until you feel qualified. But change has never waited for certainty, has always depended on people who acted anyway, people who asked questions, who paid attention, who used whatever position they had, no matter how small it felt, to push things in a better direction. That doesn't mean you have to solve everything. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but it does mean you have to decide not to be passive. So the question I want to leave you with is this, and to quote the icon himself, Dr. John Matsui, co-founder of the Biology Scholars Program, what kind of change maker are you going to be? Will you drive research that is rigorous and ethical, but also impactful? Will you think critically to confront misinformation? Will you advocate for your patients and communities? Because you have that ability now, you've trained for it. You've learned how to analyze, how to question, how to persist, how to adapt. The only thing left is actually using it. So yes, be comfortable with uncertainty. Let it keep you curious, but don't let it keep you still. Let your priorities ground you, and let those priorities move you towards action. Because the world does not change on its own. It changes because people decide that it should, and then they do something about it. Congrats, class of 2026. Now go build something better, and make sure you leave the door open behind you.
Thank you very much, Lorenzo. That was great. I'm Professor Seth Finnegan, Head Graduate Advisor for the department. And now we are going to present awards for the candidates for a PhD in integrated biology. We begin this section of the program with the Gabriel Trujillo Memorial Award. Gabriel, or Gabe as he was known to many of us, was a graduate student in our program and a beloved member of the IB community. Tragically, we lost Gabe 3 years ago in June 2023. This award recognizes a graduating doctoral student in IB who exemplifies not only excellence in research, but also the spirit of inclusion and community that Gabe so deeply embodied and championed. The recipient of the award is Maya Samuels-Fair. But, hold on. Maya is also the recipient of the UC Museum of Paleontology's Louderback Award. named for geologist and this award recognizes a PhD student for outstanding research and service to the Museum of Paleontology. So Maya, please come up and get both of your awards. Okay, we would now like to present the students who are completing their doctoral degrees this year. Each candidate will be hooded and presented a scroll by their faculty sponsor. Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy line up on my left, and will their faculty sponsors prepare to meet their students at the center of stage for hooding? I think line up. All right. Our first recipient is Emily Bogner. And Emily is being hooded by Professor Jack Tseng. The title of their dissertation is What We Were Missing: How Studying the Cranial and Appendicular Skeleton Concurrently Changes Our Understanding of Carnivora Evolution and Ecology. I knew I was going to screw up one of these, so right away. Emily's research focuses on understanding how different parts of the skeleton work together during activities like locomotion and hunting. And after graduation, Emily will be applying to physical therapy school. Okay. All right. Our next graduate is Anaïs Cardenas Navarrete. And Anaïs is being hooded by Professor Onze Razafindratsima. The title of their dissertation is Mechanisms of Resilience to Anthropogenic Disturbance in Black Howler Monkeys, Alouette pigra, Integrating Movement, Energetics, and Seed Dispersal. Anaïs's research examines how human activities impacting tropical forest force howler monkeys, a typically resilient species, to change their movement and food-searching behavior significantly. This shift jeopardizes their survival and diminishes their capacity to deliver ecosystem services like seed dispersal, ultimately affecting forest regeneration. After graduation, Anaïs will work as a UC Davis Chancellor's postdoctoral fellow. All right, our next recipient is Vairanarinja Ramananzatu. And Vairanarinja is being hooded also by Professor Onze Razafindratsima. And the title of their dissertation is Cascading Impacts of Global Change on Biological Communities and Ecological Functions in Tropical Forests. Vero's research has examined the impact of disturbance on small-bodied mammals and their role as seed dispersers in tropical rainforests. They spent a total of 27 months in the rainforest of Madagascar collecting data on the individual and population dynamics of the brown mouse lemurs and how they contribute to plant community and forest regeneration. After graduation, they will start as a Chancellor's postdoctoral fellow at UCLA with Dr. Nathan Kraft and Morgan Tingley. Okay. Our next recipient is Claire Evanson. And Claire is being hooded by Professor Mike Boots and Professor Britt Koskela. The title of their dissertation is Moving Beyond Pairwise Models of Host-Parasite Coevolution, Theory and Applications in Microbial Systems. Claire's research examined ecoevolutionary dynamics in multi-host, multi-parasite networks using a range of mathematical, computational, and experimental approaches. After graduation, Claire will start a postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Michigan. Our next graduate is Maya Samuels-Fair. And Maya is being hooded by me, so we'll have to stand here awkwardly for a moment. The title of Maya's dissertation is Chylostome Bryozoa as a Model System for Global Change Biology in the Fossil Record. Maya uses fossils to understand how environmental crises affect the ecology and evolution of marine life. Their dissertation developed methods for inferring evolutionary fitness from fossil bryozoan colonies and analyzed the ecological response of bryozoan communities to a major perturbation, the Cretaceous-Paleogene mass extinction. After graduation, Maya will start a postdoc joining the Society of Fellows at the University of Michigan. Our next recipient is Lorenzo Martins. And Lorenzo is being hooded by Professor Caroline Williams. The title of their dissertation is Unfurling Their Wings, Investigating Insect Wing Dimorphism in Gryllus lineaticeps and Empowering Historically Excluded Students in Biological Research. They studied how genetic variation and environmental conditions interact to shape development and produce different physical traits. Lorenzo's work focuses on how continuous biological processes can generate distinct outcomes when key thresholds are crossed. Next, Lorenzo will begin work as a postdoctoral scholar at UC Davis. All right. Our next graduate is Maria Jose Navarrete Mendez. And Maria Jose is being hooded by Professor Rebecca Tarvin. The title of their dissertation is The Origin and Evolution of the Acquisition of Guanidinium alkaloids in Harlequin frogs, Atelopus bufonidae, from Ecuador and Colombia. Maria Jose's research explores how some animals become toxic and why this trait has evolved. Across different species within a genus of highly endangered frogs. and showed a lot of very interesting things. And after graduation, Maria Jose will be starting a postdoctoral position at UT Austin as a Stengel-Weyer Fellow. Okay, our next graduate is Kelly Power. And Kelly is being hooded by Professor Annalise Beery. The title of their dissertation is The Effects of Photoperiod and Social Environment on Behavior and Neurobiology in Meadow voles. They study physiological and neural mechanisms underlying social behavior in seasonally social female meadow voles. And Kelly will start a postdoc after graduation. Okay, next is Georgia Kala Young. And Georgia is also being hooded by Professor Annalise Beery. The title of her dissertation is Sickness and Social Behavior in Prairie Vole Peer Relationships. Sickness behavior has been found in every species in which it has been studied. Georgia's dissertation work looks at how sickness behavior affects social relationships within the friendship-like peer bonds formed by prairie voles, Microtus ocrogaster. All right, our next graduate is Alexei Maro. And Alexei is being hooded by Professor Rory Bowie. The title of their dissertation is Towards a Wild Fermentation Ecology, Alcohol Within Floral Nectar and Frugivorous Diet of Chimpanzees. Alexei asked the question, why are humans attracted to alcohol? He found that wild chimpanzees, humanity's nearest relatives, naturally consume the equivalent of 1 to 2 drinks per day in their diet. After graduation, Alexei will use genomics to continue this research as a postdoc. All right, our next graduate is Fern Wildtruth. And Fern is being hooded by Professor Paul Fine. The title of their dissertation is Community Structure and Dynamics of Lianas and Epiphytes in American Tropical Rainforests. Fern looked at the evolutionary relationships and spatial structure of lianas and how that structure aligns with their unique ecology. They also studied how lianas impact the growth, composition, and diversity of hemiepiphytes and epiphytes, as well as how epiphytes respond to differences in forest soil type. After graduation, Fern will increase the time she spends in tree crowns to 900% of 2022 levels. So, on behalf of the faculty of the department, I congratulate all of our new doctors of philosophy.
Will all the doctoral students please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and Chancellor, I grant you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Integrative Biology. Please congratulate all of these students for all of their hard work. Fantastic. Now I have the great pleasure to introduce our undergraduate student speaker. Amnu Malik, please come to the podium. Amnu is from Mountain House, California, and is graduating from UC Berkeley with a bachelor's degree in integrative biology with an emphasis in integrative human biology. During her time at Berkeley, she explored her passions for healthcare and community service through a variety of experiences. Manel participated in a research linking strokes to dental health, which is currently in the process of being published. She also served as a communications director for Shifa Society for 2 years, helping organize events and initiatives that fostered community and mentorship for Muslim students pursuing careers in healthcare. In addition, she volunteered at the Immune Behavioral Health Clinic at Stanford Children's Hospital, supporting research and patient care related to pediatric acute onset neuropsychotic syndrome, PANS. Following graduation, Amina plans to work as an EMT while preparing to attend medical school, where she hopes to continue advancing her passion for healthcare. Please join me in welcoming Amina to the stage.
Good evening, esteemed faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, the Integrative Biology graduating class of 2026. I wanted to start by sharing this quote by Robin Wall Kimmerer. Maybe there is no such thing as rain. There are only raindrops, each with their own story. I love that idea because tonight especially, we are at one ceremony for one department celebrating one graduating class. But when you look closer, this room is made up of so many individual stories that made this moment possible. Each of us arrived at this moment differently. We carried different hopes, faced different challenges, and found our personal reasons to keep going. Yet somehow, all of those separate journeys led us here to the same moment tonight. And I think that idea reflects the Integrative Biology department perfectly, because IB cannot be understood through a single lens. To truly understand biology as a whole, we have to connect what happens at every level, from molecules to cells, to organisms, to ecosystems, and to the ever-changing world around us. That way of thinking changes you and stays with you. It teaches you curiosity and the willingness to ask better questions. It teaches perspective, and that even the smallest parts can make a large difference. It also teaches humility and the understanding that there will always be more left to learn and grow. Integrative biology encompasses so much, hence why it's integrative. It is anatomy and physiology, but it is also ecology and evolution. It is genetics, behavior, biodiversity, paleontology, neuroscience, and human health. It is the study of life across every scale and in all its complexity. Some of us spent our time memorizing every bone and muscle in the human body. Some of us were fascinated by animal behavior and the hidden relationships that sustain ecosystems. Some of us found ourselves in research labs, in field lab courses, in office hours, or discovering questions we never knew we wanted to ask. And despite how different our interests were, we all belonged here. IB reminds us that diversity is not a weakness. It is the reason systems thrive. When I transferred to Berkeley, I admit it, at first it was extremely overwhelming. I specifically remember trying to apply to every single club I saw tabling on Sproul. And I also, very vividly, remember the rejection emails that followed. But over time, I found my place here. I strongly believe that Berkeley changes you for the better. It teaches you to keep showing up and trying, because belonging is not something decided by one email or one opportunity. It is something you grow into. None of us reached this moment alone. Behind every graduate is a network of support. Professors who challenged us, mentors who guided us, classmates who shared notes, friends we studied with in the depths of main stacks, and of course, families who made sacrifices so we could stand here today. So tonight is more than a celebration of earning a degree. It is a celebration of every story in this room. But as we celebrate tonight, as students of biology, we are reminded that no life exists in isolation, not only within ecosystems, but across communities around the world. I hope we carry that understanding beyond Berkeley, with the courage to advocate for those facing violence, displacement, and barriers to education, whose struggles cannot all be named tonight, but must not be forgotten. As we leave this place and head into the next chapters of our lives, it's okay to feel nervous. Because as we learned in biology, growth is not linear, adaptation is constant, and new beginnings often begin before we feel fully prepared. We do not need to have every answer today. We only need the courage to keep learning, to keep growing, and to keep beginning again. To my parents, thank you for every sacrifice, every prayer, and every moment of support that helped me stand on this stage today. To the class of 2026, we are raindrops, each with our own story. And together, we became something extraordinary. Congratulations once again for graduating from the #1 public university in the world. And go Bears!
Thank you. It's a great pleasure now to welcome up Professor Brooks to the stage, our most eminent, longest-serving faculty member.
Thanks, Mike. Congratulations, folks. Everybody, the students, their families, their friends. This is a great day indeed. And as Mike said, it's probably one of our favorite days of the whole year. So now we're switching to undergraduate awards. And it's going to be my pleasure to introduce some of our unique undergraduate researchers. But first, let me say this. Berkeley is unique in many ways. One way it's unique is that we combine research and teaching, and we blend them seamlessly together. So while many of you will start out in large classes, as time goes on, you may wind up working in a lab. You might wind up in a field study project. And in this way, you get to be mentored and nurtured, not just by professors, but by peers, by postdocs, by staff, and so on. So before I get to this, I just want to relate a little anecdote. This happened to me this morning. I was here 9:30 in the morning because I found out that I had to read some of these names, which I can't pronounce. So scratching at the door. I opened the door, and there's somebody who looks like a professional cyclist. He has his bike and his full kit. Nitish Nag. I haven't seen you in 20 years. He comes in. Well, he graduated. He went to UCI in an MD, PhD program. He challenged the physiology final exam, the anatomy, and the biochemistry. So the first semester, he had nothing to do except start a business and learn how to fly. And now he's in practice in Berkeley, and he's part of the exercise as medicine movement. So in addition to the regular drugs people get, Nitish uses physical activity, he uses nutrition, he uses sleep to make people healthier. Okay, that's by way of introduction. So, oh, and I said, Nitish, before you leave, we've got to go over some of these names. You got to help me. So, first, it's my pleasure to introduce the winner of the Departmental Citation. This is Prakrit Jain. Prakrit. So Prakrit was nominated by Professors Rory Burley, Michael Nachman, and Seth Finnegan. He excelled in his courses here, and for 2 years straight, he got all A's. So that's a GPA of 4.00000, so that's pretty amazing. And he worked not only here on campus, but he worked also in Moorea Field Station in Polynesia, where he studied a number of species in the environment there. And then also he's credited to be one of the 2 people to be able to photograph a unique mammal that lives in highest peak in Yosemite. And what's the name of that animal?
The Mount Lyell shrew.
The Mount Lyell shrew. So congratulations on that regard. So congratulations, Prakrit. I'm supposed to give him something. That's what the script says.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. Let's get a picture. Okay. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce the recipient of the Franklin Henry Award. When I started in 1971, Doc Henry was still on the faculty doing research. And his bequest is that that students who study human performance and health and related research be acknowledged in graduation. So Henry is famous for a lot of things in motor learning and physiology and environmental physiology, but I think we all know, have a remnant of Franklin Henry's work. So for instance, when you board a commercial flight and you're about to take off, the staff will go through this routine. If there's a decompression, the mask will come down. Everybody knows this, right? So this was worked out by Henry and others in 1944 as part of the B-29 project. So the problem was for B-29s flying at 30,000 feet above Japan, getting bullet holes in them, there's sudden decompression. So they worked it out how flight crews could survive. So when you get on the plane, they go through the rigmarole, you don't realize they're setting the altitude to about 7,000 feet. And so if there's a decompression, you'll survive just nicely. So the winner of the Franklin Henry Award is somebody I nominated, Eric Gabriel Chavez. Eric did his research in the Mark Hellerstein lab, and he worked with triple deuterated creatine water, creatine and heavy water, and he was able to measure lean body mass by this method of mass spectrometry. This is going to be a very important method as going forward because many of us are on GLP-1 agonists, and we're losing body weight, but we're also losing lean body mass. So it's going to be clinically very important to know when somebody's losing a lot of weight what kind of weight they're losing. Just fat weight, or are they losing lean mass? Are they going to be worse off for the experience? So congratulations, Eric.
Thank you so much.
And before he leaves, when he presented a poster at the Bioscience Division Awards, I got to meet his folks, and I heard about his sister. His sister is a high school senior, and she's going to go to college next fall. And Eric, where is she going?
UC Berkeley!
So now it's my honor to acknowledge one of the most wonderful and accomplished professors ever to teach at UC Berkeley. This is our own most wonderful Marion Diamond. She's a world-class expert in the development of the human brain. She studied how experience nourishes the brain, how the brain functions can be kept from deteriorating, and why nutrition is so important early in life. She was a proud Cal graduate, and when she was an undergraduate, she was captain of the women's tennis team. She was named Alumna of the Year for her prominence and her contributions to education. She was also named the country's Professor of the Year. So the Marion Diamond Award is presented to a student who exemplifies what Marion meant as a role model, as a leader in research, teaching, and especially community outreach. Not only here, but around the world. In the summer, it was impossible to find Marion because she would be in some remote camp working with undernourished children because she knew how brain development depended on nutrition. And often she'd be there, and she'd be the total financier of what was going on. So I'd like to call up Subrashiki Surabang. Okay. Would you please tell us your name?
Subhashini Subramanian.
I guess Nitish would think I was a slow learner. Okay, so do you mind if I just call you Subra right now? She was nominated by Professor Mikhail Schulman. Subra competed in an honors degree titled Association Between Health Literacy, Healthcare Behaviors, Glycemic Outcomes Among Hispanic Adults in the Delta Digital 2 study. This is a study involving glycemic control and prediabetes and prevention of diabetes. Professor Schulman also notes that Subra integrates scientific inquiry with deep commitment to mentoring, teaching, and learning. So congratulations. Next, it's my pleasure to announce the recipient of the Natural History Award. This award is given to students who show excellence in the pursuit of natural history and organismal biology. The winner of the Natural History Award is Amelina Lambert-Mullen. Congratulations. Yeah. So Amelina was nominated by Professor Rory Borley. She completed an honors thesis studying the effect of severe wildfire on songbird feather quality. Her research combined field sampling and her extensive experience with the museum collections as well played a role in her thesis. In fact, she worked in the MVZ, the Museum of Vertebrate Zoology Prep Lab, and excelled in courses as well in the natural history of vertebrates, mammalogy, ornithology, and vertebrate skeletons. Congratulations, Amelina. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce the recipient of the Award for Excellence in Herpetology and Zoology. This award recognizes a student with exceptional research and academic records in the field of herpetology, more broadly, zoology. This year, the award winner is Kinsey Patterson. Fantastic. She was nominated by Professor Jim McGuire. She completed her honors thesis entitled A Mixture of Two Morphologically Genetically Distinct Species of Flying Lizards Along the Southern Peninsula of Sulawesi, Indonesia. Field research can be fun, I guess. Fantastic. She's a double major in molecular and cell biology, and she's pursued an emphasis in genetics, genomics, and development. She is really, truly well-versed in all aspects of molecular evolutionary biology. She was applauded for her intellect and by staff, faculty, and graduate students. Congratulations. And finally, we have a new award this year. It's the Tom Carlson Memorial Scholar Award. Professor Mikhail Shapira will present the award.
So this is a new award, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Tom. Dr. Tom Carlson was a friend, mentor, and teacher to everyone around him. To me, he was a beloved friend, warm and enthusiastic, inquisitive and adventurous, and I miss him. Tom Carlson was a rare combination of a physician, botanist, teacher, and humanitarian, whose childlike wonder of the natural world was matched only by his devotion to people. He could move seamlessly from learning medicinal plant knowledge from indigenous communities in the Amazon to caring for pediatric patients in Oakland, to inspiring 1,000 Berkeley students a year with his infectious enthusiasm. Students and colleagues remembered him not just his brilliance, but his warmth, generosity, and extraordinary ability to make people feel seen, capable, and excited about life. Tom joined the IB department in 2000, where he quickly became a beaming influence on his students. He regularly taught an annual load of medical ethnobotany, human reproductive biology, evolutionary medicine, and human anatomy. He was so popular that some faculty joked that they need to change the IB curriculum or students would only take Tom's classes. Another colleague reflected, "We think of our colleagues as amazing scientists, great teachers, wonderful people, and outstanding humanitarians. And then there was Tom." So tonight, with his family, here, in attendance, we present the first Thomas J. Carlson Memorial Scholar Award to recognize a student who excels in both scholarship and service. This year's winner is Radha Srinivasan. Radha. Radha was nominated by Professor Benjamin Blackman. Radha completed an honors thesis titled Investigated the Genetic Basis of Floral Ultraviolet Pigmentation Polymorphisms in Mimulus guttatus. In addition to her considerable research prowess, Radha has been an IB peer advisor for 2 years and volunteers with the UC Botanical Garden, notably advancing ethnobotanical education initiative at the garden. Professor Jenny Sauerwein, Tom's wife, noted that how much Radha exemplifies Tom's spirit with her intellectual curiosity, as well as her deep commitment to service and her positive outlook on life. Congratulations, Radha. And congratulations to all our award winners. In addition to the students who have received departmental awards, there are many others who should be recognized for their extraordinary accomplishments and contributions to our department. At this time, we would like to acknowledge and thank all the undergraduate students seated on the stage as they have completed year-long honors thesis project. Can the honors students please stand up? The program requires an organized research project that culminates in a written thesis and public presentation of their research, as well as minimum grade point average of 3.3 overall and in the major. They will receive IB departmental honors. Congratulations. Next, would all the students who have been IB peer advisors, undergraduate learning mentors, IB student club officers, and office assistant please stand? These students have dedicated their time to putting on events, offering advice, and helping their fellow students succeed. Thank you for your commitment to our undergraduates, and congratulations. Lastly, we would like to recognize and give special thanks to all of the IB students who have worked long hours on the many successful projects and events over the years. On behalf of IB staff, faculty, and students, our warmest thanks to your valuable contributions to the vitality of our academic community. Thank you.
Sorry, we have one more award to give. It's the University of California Museum of Paleontology Englander Award, which goes to Ronaldo Monroy. The award is for outstanding service to the Museum of Paleontology Collections and Research Mission. Congratulations. And I'm going to give you this. Very good.
Fantastic. Everyone okay? It's hot in here. At least I know if I pass out, we have the highest density of qualified resuscitation people amongst our undergraduates. We're now going to begin announcing the names of the graduating seniors. Please, if we try our best to get people's names right, please forgive us for any mistakes. Before we do that, I want to check that families and friends in the audience are actually ready to cheer the graduates. Okay. Okay, how about everyone who's traveled from another state or country? How about you guys? All right. Yeah. Birmingham, England? Yeah. Just me, okay. Now let's hear it from everyone from Southern California. Northern California. All right. Okay, everyone who thinks that our graduates deserve their degrees. All right, thank you. Okay, I think we're ready now. While we always try to pronounce those names correctly, as I say, please accept our apologies, particularly if you have a British accent.
Australian
Professor Charles
accent.
Marshall, please come forward.
He's forward and has an Australian accent.
Oh, okay, or an Australian accent, which can be worth. And will Professor Jose Vaquez Medina, will you please come forward to present the scrolls to the first group of graduates?
Okay. Shall we roll? You shall roll. First one, Ellington Chen. Junil Beduya. Luyen Wong. Amulina Lambert Mulan. Kinsey Peterson. Subhashini Subramuhanyanya. Eric Gabriel Chavez. Pratkrit Jen. Amnu Malik. Brandon Hernandez. Mariana Moretti Yerajidi. Ayon Lem. Bren Miles. Sneha Purley. Susan Reese. Sidru Humed Siddiqui. Julia Sia Su. Radha Srinivasan. Van Hanke. Daniel Nguyen. Kai Tien Bindur. Faiza Fahian. Munal Tunvir Syed. Grace Catherine Vanny. Kathleen Gomez. Elizabeth Valerie Trinidad. There it is. Janelle Malan Shu. Dalia Jezri. Kaya Kaur Batru. Abigail Yan. Elena Jimeno. Caitlin Chen. Tex Archer. Glenn Cameron Hefner. Nicholas Ivan Q. Andres Elias Rodriguez. Emily David. Vivian Tran. Danny Nguyen. Chloe Kim. Ariel Lee. Yeji Lee. Cameron Michelle Bryant. Heidi Paniagua. Urohi Churputcha. Angel Pimentel Gutierrez. Isabella Johnson. Fakrun Nisa Samim. Haley Mariana Yedra. Yadani Alaves. Juliana Marie Gomez Avila. Vanessa Juanelis Gomez. Jimena Romana Silva. Isabel Lindsay Bunaynid. Jared Reyes. Leo Cruz Romero. Agatha Moira Morato Felix. Brandon Bosch. Susana Munoz Martinez. Eileen Ortega Aratore. Grace Weber. Jacqueline Nguyen. Angel Garcia Lopez. Alondra Franco. Kenna Lynn Gonzalez. Sophia Trento. Jacob Jess. Veronica Lopez. David Gonzalo Calameranero. Jasmine Lopez. Mariel Ibanez. Ronaldo Monroy. Shiva Yabut. Kira Allen. Alexander James Comer. Onanya Goenka. Viviana Losley. Sagundip Gurn.
Thank you. Will Professor Jim McGuire please come to take his position at the microphone to read the names? I'm sorry, I'm the wrong one. Go ahead, Paul, that's me. Will Professor Paul Fine please come forward to take his position at the microphone to my left? And Professor Britt Koskela please come forward to present the scrolls to the second group of graduates.
Samantha Diana Villaseñor. Jana Redmond. Amir Islamian. Orion Rubbit. Hey, Lisa. Lizel Moscoso. Victoria Soriano. Victoria Soriano. Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor. Amal Alali. Amal Alali. Sophia Hussein. Medina Wafadar. Kylene Amaya Gonzalez. Zaid Asaf. Mohammed Mahdi Torabi. Tanaz Jamilpana. Zaina Imram Azimi. Sarah Coker. Adrian Jacobs. Ryan Mun Hong Liu. Catherine Ann Clark. Lauren Joan Mandel. Evelyn Tanzel. Josh Chen. Gomez. Danielle Turisi. Oh, sorry. Again. Danielle Teresa Gomez. Lopez. Jessica Lopez. Rachel Garcia Park. Maria Cecilia Secades Castillo. Maria Cecilia Secades Castillo. Michaela Gianna Sagun Bordador. Caitlin Gilbride. Kelly Salmons. Eden Kraya. Emmy Tung. Agnes Shu. Maria Alana Adams. Jenny No. Haley Cho. Caitlin Marie Wichterman. Catherine Lucinda Arcurus. Olivia D'Antoni. Trista Lene Lenford Norris. Ariel Montes. Madeline Rice. Ethan Gutierrez. Irene Alvarez Barajas. Jasmine Melu Daniels. Shweta Putnaik. Karina Tu. Giselle El Ghazali. Nada Ibrahim. Jaslyn Rani. Sanya Brar. Christina Harvey. Ashley Nicole Larios. No? Hubert Yu. Galvan. Anne-Marie Galvan. Dominic Ramos. Leanne Hong. Seth Kwan. Luke Frozina. Caitlin Lamb. Ashley Kwan. Karis Yoon. Nina Chopra. Kulan Miagmarsuran. Kimberly Fung Pham. Maya Solin Gomez. Madeline Angeline Moreno. Do I do this one? No, we're now this one. Congratulations.
Thank you. Now will Professor Jim Maguire please come forward to take his position at the microphone to my left, and will Professor George Brooks please come forward to present the scrolls to the last group of graduates.
Josephine May Abril. Sadie Nguyen. Gabriela Martinez. Jeffrey Lau. Jarrett Dean Von Stultz. Jess Kameyer. Noemi Lopez. Tatiana Solano. James Kent. Jetienne Legalt. Chelsea Lee. Shay Torres Stubblefield. Eden Amar. Emerson Casola. Andrea Broxma. Jaden Fonseca. Naomi Garcia Wilson. Michelle Sandoval. Tristan Blackman. Jonna May Rickafort. Antonio Justin Corrales. Rosalind Bautista. Fiona Tracy. Kenyu Liu. Kate Kwan. Jennifer Ha Guan. Madeline Yamamoto. Nikhil Bhakta. Davion Mate. Kent Zaw. Sandra Chong. Army QV Tanu. Karina Young. Piper Gillern. Mila Brignardello. Lucia Tarantino. Cameron Bean. Josie Lilquist. Mariana Leva. Janique Saunders. Chloe Nishi Diamond. Amrit Kaur Diol. Caroline Chang. Aaron Wong. Emma Shen. Layla Afifi. Tavi Omki. Michelle St. Dennis. Casey Abo. Mary Kojima. Jack Ryan Hayworth. Rebecca Way. Sabrina Michelle Wu. Joyce Liang. Shriram Gadepalli. Carolina Martinez. Zoe Veronica Morales. Brooke Batres. Edith Martinez. Monica Michelle Reedy. Thomas Shabazz. Eve Barancoto. Alicia Padur. Adolfo Correa Reveles. Shanti Gonzalez. Madison Cito. Emma Din. Ariane Sandoval. Karina Carrera. Osayawame Naomi Egwavan. Nak Noon Le Nguyen. Tien Lile Nguyen. Kathy Wynn. Sarah Conway. Abigail Yosef Takeste. Matthew Kang. Sarah Axelrod. Lillian Lisbeth Ramos Alvarado. Allegra Freya Berlaninawan. Carla Fuentes Martinez. Kayla Pham. Linnea Moe. Molly Hawks. Ella Gelber. Jasmine Garache. Jason Sue. Tobias Bork Christensen. Emily Macias Gallo. Ashley Seichow. Kiana One Key Tom. Katie Conley. Himani Thile Rajasekaran.
Graduates, family and friends, thank you for your participation in this really memorable event. It's just wonderful. Before I close, we ask that the guests remain seated while the faculty and graduates file out. Now what we've been waiting for, can all of the students please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and Chancellor, I grant you the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Integrative Biology. You may now move your tassels from the left to the left side of your mortarboards. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2026. This concludes our commencement ceremony. Thank you, and go Bears.